Good morning. Or whatever it is, wherever you are. I guess I should probably. I haven't updated the code yet. There's actually one, like, trivial little change that I think I'd probably just make. Then we get to update stuff. And at that point, I guess I'll have to try and remember how to configure to build a live server, because there's like a bunch of code changes that have not, have gone live yet. Okay, we've got a running client. And what I found is that I looked at extend life to 2 hours and not at this other stuff, which tweaks. Actually, this somebody was saying 104. Adult age, adult age. That's head offset. Yeah, this would be in serve. Less than 44, so this must be can feed. No. Age in years is less than 44. So that's just food capacity. Oh no, 14 to 40. And this is just, what's he saying 104? Oh no, old age here is 104. Old age here was 100 for the visuals. But you're saying less than or equal to old age. And so the client would show you 100. The server will give you babies up until 104. Hmm. Maybe they meant that to be you could feed up to 104, but anyway. It's just a text file. It's not even one the client's using. I guess I want to edit one of these and copy it down. So infertile age is 104. Now I guess for client, it would have been 100. But that doesn't actually tell you whether you can feed or not. So that seems better. This is game source settings. ST series. Oh no, I'm on patch. Actually, there's a thing to update different. Oh no, that's not the. It's not a source. Actually, isn't there a thing to say fresh applied patch to the top? So I could probably, in anticipation of the further fix, remove patch random running. Hey, Run Cat. Been better. Gotta have a tooth taken out in 2 weeks. Or going to have in 2 weeks. I've had to have it taken out for a while, I think. Just been getting all the getting everything settled and making appointments and stuff. And there's another one out of that that will probably need to have its fighting pair go with it. But it's not, that one's not urgent. And let's at least do it separately. Seems like that would be a problematic transition period. Pure liquid diet. Changes. Patches, mess. Okay, I'm not actually there yet. Patches, master. Oh, no. I don't want to change that. Change log. Fertile age. And I think just to avoid any merge problems, I'm just going to go ahead and dump this patch because by the time we're using the new stuff, we should have the other correction. STG delete patch random running. So git delete and git rm patch random. Read me. Uh, all right, now we want to see how well we can get onto the latest stuff, and let's just do the easy ones first. Have there even been any data changes this week? There's been some. Bunch of sound effects. I wonder if this is for the some of the relation thing. The rebase onto Jason or master. Yeah, he was doing some stuff with slips. All right, in order to be able to test this, going to have, yeah, if I update my server is going to be using the new data. Maybe I could make only the code update. Or is he counting on this new data stuff for some of his things? Let me see if I can look at the code change, code change, code change, code change, content change. Terrified mouth and off-screen sound. So we technically missing an emote. Is what that is. Well, I probably won't be triggering that code and whatnot. Oh, that's not even the live server. Do I have to set mask? So hopefully we won't have a problem there, but we'll have to see. This living life page, which is where most things are. All right, is this our only chunk? Our only chunk. What's current and what's patched? Was this something he did or something I did? Not right now. We're kind of. Do I want all branch? Maybe I don't want all. Best you get, you rarely do. Okay, so this is all of my changes. These must be the other files that successfully applied, and then this thing has all of my changes. Oh, this is local uncommitted, so it's going to have the conflict mark. All right, let's just review Jason. That bill. Okay. Path finding fails a retry. So this is the real fix for the thing that I tried to hot patch. Uh, so far, no trouble, although I might want to come back and look at this later. This is all some stuff I'm going to want to look at later. Actually, this might actually be touching some of the location. Oh, he changed the calls to all of his, well, let's get home location. But, oh, does that mean the grid marker, the home marker? Out temp baby. Add temp location. In baby ID. Oh boy. Temporary expire, baby ID. Baby pointer does not depend on held map, so that's how I was doing that. But it's still an expire time. Oh, but with maps, it would not, you would initially have it while you held the map. Then after you put it down, it would get a timer. Oh, temp baby. Map hint ever drawn. Also, baby hint ever drawn. Was this for 2 markers? All right, it looks like he removed. Actually, him adding code shouldn't have done anything, so I must have removed some code. Non-mother ancestor about this. That player speech. Okay, so there's a add temp home location. Ah. Oh, you know what? I modified this to have my other call. He deleted it to add some baby stuff. So the minimum change here is to add my other pointer without considering baby stuff, and then come revisit baby stuff. And then and there's all the leader and follower. I think this is like the minimum change. Oh, so this was baby, then it came back and became person. Oh, is this still map X, map Y? It is still map X, map Y. And I'm going to have to consider what all this person business means. Looks like he did remove all of the space there. Then, okay, this is all server message. Is genetic family. So that's information we might be able to use later. Full list of chat commands. This is a thing I want to use for help. Rewrite of baby arrows to work for any person. Maybe we haven't even gotten to that patch yet. Temporary lead arrow. Baby overload after server restart. Sup arrow. Oh my god. Well, this is the only conflict I've got. I'm just gonna have to go through all of these later. I probably do at least a compile check. Of course, we're not actually up to the point where the server is right now. Oh, must move. 6014. Ah. Go. And execute must move. Yeah, what changed in our context here? And pointer down. Oh, this could have been any of these. Adding or removing string. Is this case sensitive? Might be case. Fixed case of blocking by wide extension. Prevents you from manipulating that wide object. We allow action diagonally. This is something else I might need to. That's server side. That's client side. Wait, that still has must move. Did I do something that removed the code that had must move and like reallocated this stuff? But must move went somewhere else. No, I'm looking at the final well, no, because this appeared. Direction target non-adjacent. So this is that block. What did I do to must move? I removed it all right. Pointer down, must move. Okay, I replaced must move equals true with a move to. And that can execute with a move near to. And if must move. Yeah. Oh, wait, was I? Okay, yes. We're at location slips. So my problem here is that another patch technically didn't merge. Or it wouldn't compile, but we only had a conflict at location slips. All right, so I have to fix the conflict. I just can't compile test it right now. Wait. Add temp home location. Yeah, that's the standard one. So are we including the changes? Oh, these might have like showed up in context or something. Update person home. Okay, that I saw was changed. This is just overall changes for this. Uh, we have to git add. Now, is this an STG refresh thing or is this a rebase continue thing? No, I think this leaves STG refresh where it was, or STG where it was. So we have to add all this stuff to regenerate that patch. And one short. Okay. We add that. Refresh. Push. There are no outright merge conflicts. This must move, however, impacts interaction refactoring. And actually, I could pop this one and try compile to be sure. Okay. That is, in fact, where things go wrong. So that little bit of code will have to be adjusted. Oh, previous died. Surprising. uh, we go back to here. Our changes clear out all the must move stuff, and I can't see this in context easily. Well, I guess I could pop it and poke around. So we used to say we extracted all this stuff to a function, and one of the reasons I removed this code so just copying it was that I would get merge conflicts when things changed. When he's just modifying some flags in the middle of a piece of code, doesn't necessarily work. I actually removed the must move flag, which I guess was good by way of notifying us there's a problem here. Did I change directories? I did. I set my search scope. You've got a con execute. Okay, so this was... Oh, maybe this was part of move near to. Or should be part of move near to. So if that was... There's can execute. There's side access. Basically, that move flag was like, should we do this stuff? But this can just bail if it can't move. It actually does. Buffer action refactoring. The must move was technically part of pointer down. Must move. Move to and must move. Okay, yeah, there's can execute and side access. We moved this block up to move near to. Replaced it with that. No, this is farther down. No, this is something else I removed. Uh, can execute, not kill mode. So this would be part of move near to effectively. We just have to figure out how it fits in that flow. But this was before we actually executed the move, because this blocks, or actually removes the must move flag. So in the original code flow, this would go the function, would go down here, and then have this. Except this was probably originally like a must move true, which got executed later. So this is getting down here and saying we can move. If must move is, I don't have a control bar for this one. I think that's the move to command. The thing we removed, yeah, was doing a must move equals true. That was doing that inside of this condition, not can execute. So that was setting a must move equals true. And then this comes along and says, well, maybe. Okay, we're somewhere we cannot execute. That's that. So this process needs to be able to cancel a must move situation. Can't reach main timeline object, can reach a side wing. Where we're actually the overall all movement. Does this affect can it does? Can execute true. True if this resulted in the ability to execute. That's a static char. Wonderful. Then it is no longer a move. This was setting a flag. This was, but that can change can execute. Can't execute. Try to move. So why does this change can't if found empty? Can get there. All neighbors blocked. We consider tile it. So that was that fix. Uh-uh. Decided cannot get to one of the side positions. Oh, that's just a can get there. Pile of cells, if that's an option. Oh man. Now, is this we found an empty tile anywhere? We can execute when we get there? This is the always move part. This happened before that. The problem here, those are both not can execute. This can change the can execute. Wait a minute. Oh, no, this is not the only. Actually, quite a jump. Need to move to empty adjacent first, if it. Target object wide. I think you said this only considers if you're standing next to it. Is grid adjacent. Yeah, so if this only considers is grid adjacent, then it should. And if that sets can execute, this won't trigger at all. So that's technically a small inversion. So I wish I had the scenario. Can't reach main tile. So this is like a wide object is blocking. gate. Trapped by a wide object. And then must move is implicitly false by setting can execute. Because that will not trigger this case. You're probably almost dead. Okay. Probably does something to do with Newcomen's. Probably just a tower base. I actually don't have a lot of experience with stuff. All these weird walls. Uh, there we go. To actually be blocking. Oh, I don't have examine yet. Maybe you can't do anything with a freestanding foundation. Uh, oh, no, you can just pick it up. So I was attempting access. Huh. Okay, so I guess what we have to do. Okay, so it's already there. We'll clean this up a little bit. Here. Uh, Near to. Okay, wide object has some messy lines. Series. We're going to assume for now that this is something like what we need. So what does base client? Oh, I wonder if I have some other action modifiers. No, that was eating okay. Yeah, normal stuff works okay. So actually, what I should probably do is just do a door here. Not a springy door. Gosh, a lot of doors. Boing. That's a springy door. Not locked. Open locked. You have to go older. Pine door. So I can get in and out, but not easily. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm not sure what case this was meant to address. I mean, I guess from the, well, there. From the client's perspective, it seems to be trying to do that in a way that that what about a large new? Yeah, it's like you attempt to interact with it, but you still can't. What about, can I do this? Yeah, it doesn't even try. There should be a bare hand interaction with that. And I should have an updated server. But maybe this isn't the case that they were targeting. Oh, you can barely hit that door. Yeah. You should just be able to use that. I'm interested in any discussion on this I can reference. For now, the code's there. But the server doesn't seem to be permitting the action. Well, actually, let me, uh, that was not even at that patch. What actually, yeah, well, now I've got a disconnected line. Door. Okay, yes, it is sending the client is sending a use message. So it must be the server that's saying, no, no, no. So what is this really solving? Hmm. So the thing we want to do now, actually, I need to go to at least that. We have easy access to command. Yeah, so it accepts that as a. Oh, I'm trying to run to that, but I can't. It accepts this as we're going to try to use this, but we can't. So as far as I can tell, the client is as far. Patch conflict updates. And nothing there, or no further updates yet. Jason might be doing a release today. Apparently closed my differences. With that done, fine. Okay, fine. That's weird. Never had that fail before. Wait. Oh, I missed this. Okay. I thought I had that up, but I wasn't seeing the icon for some reason. All right, now what else do we need? Is this? Find closest path spot. You pass to dest. Okay, so that's some pre-computation stuff. I might need to do some of that in my patches. That turns it into a context-sensitive function. That's move to, all right. That's move to. That's move near to. Move near to. This is pointer down. Well, there's probably a sense in which this will happen before those calls. But this is all pointer down. I want calls I can do from like keyboard commands and stuff. So actually there are no more calls in pointer down itself. Closest path pause. This is probably to avoid some recomputation issues. So realistically, well, this is all in one click. I think move near to calls move to. Yep. Oh, there was that. Okay. Compute path to dest. That's move to. So if we call that, that's move to, that's move to, that's move near to. That's move to. Old path exists. So this would have been preparation for wherever that happened. I think. Means this would be there. And the problem is move near to. Use at, kill at. The semantic change. He does that once per click. Well, no, move is going to be a thing that does move. I think the only issue we have, move near to is going to be for all these other actions. But you call compute path yourself. Calls it twice. But I think that you still come back down to move to. Make sure it's on our last path if we had one. Find closest spot in old path. Oh, here's the thing that we had to do to remove. Closest paths pause equals start. So for a single pointer action, you that one. We have a function. I'm trying to do this once for every action. I don't want to do that in every interface function. And here two calls move. You have the potential to do it twice. Well, that might in fact be where the problem is. Nope. Oh no. That is 3 already. Yep. Now, is there a condition that covers all of these? Not can execute. Now, unfortunately, I was only seeing the problems here. In like a crowded city area. On a server with lots of people. So it's hard to say if this is going to be an actual problem. Well, that solved the truck person problem. I might be able to set up like some walls or things. Basic running is okay. Got a road out here. button. Uh, okay, and that's actually fine. If we have a gap, maybe we have some more complex geometry. It's actually landing on objects. Now maybe this is something where I need to like undo the fix so I can verify that I've found a scenario that we're partly built on the new code right now. And this is actually removed from compute path to dest, so it doesn't. It's kind of hard to disentangle it. Move near to, move near to. Move to, move to, move to, move to, move near to. Yeah, so it's all in those two functions. That has to do some can we get there pathing, and then move to does the actual pathing. I guess in a pinch I could do the option flag kind of thing. Say nearest spot already computed. All right. This would be a fixed interaction refactoring. Update. All right, so that's the first patch. Memory leak in printing path branching debug messages. Well, that should have been free. This is another one where I might have to look at this. Well, no, this is pointer stuff. The problem is I've got the basic home markers turned off. Other than your own. What triggers this? Date baby home location. And this got further modified in the leader patches and stuff. Map hint ever drawn, baby hint ever drawn, which is for the erasure stuff. Get home jur temp baby. Update baby home location. Oh. So this is not take down remove. This is that we now have a moving marker. Oh boy. Got to do with update baby home location. That might have been refactored into update person home location. Oh yeah, that we put that in to add temp, but it won't update. Existing ID, baby ID. Tell non-mother ancestors about this baby. Non-mother ancestors. So to test this, I need non-mother ancestors. What if that's literal ancestors or if that's uh, genetic score counts? Maybe some of the other stuff would be easier than babies, because I'd need to have a multi-generational thing going. All of your existing family members have family of other has a reminder of a scar. Make offering say marker. It's not players. Send player speech to the player for that person. Hmm. Saying plus plus, probably already got a point with them, probably. Family reminders of genetic family members. We can probably get a single generation and then see what that does. I may have to play with this for a little bit, but there's like things that just actually don't work. You might need food. All right. I want easy relaunch. That. Not base. Those settings. Email. Make that a different account. Okay, so nothing immediate there. Okay. There's some new files that aren't in my build here, so that only affects the hints though. Pause screen. English. Oh, maybe it's just English? Yeah. One life. Team source. Where? Languages. All right, so you go into build because we're kind of retrofitting a old directory right now. Oh, languages. Uh, hmm. I wonder if there could be actual protocol differences here. There might have, I think there was some new protocol messages. Or was he able to use existing stuff for protocol? Okay, so there's an actual difference in like curses? Oh, and we need a curse words file. Well, that's server. Now the server needs a file. Uh, so the protocol updated there. Client displays. Versus use sender email. Oh, as a hash now. Uh, okay, so this is already. Now that's a removal. No, numRead 2, numRead 3. So it's already kind of handling it. Oh. Oh, this was the significant words. I think he's just using the words. He used it for like twin codes. All right, so that's it. So we were looking for game source new files, main, or anything other than those. Life, server settings. A further update to English, which could have got. I think I was looking at. You know, could I run this? Start testing things out. Of course, the server's not going to be sending some of the player speech updates and things. That's a server update. Closest follower. Okay, so that's map. Not baby, not leader. Concurrent speech. Follower. Person key sup. So that's probably displayed on a map. Well, leader stuff I could perchance play with. I could get two people in. I'd probably want to back off on location slips just to make sure I can see what Vanilla is doing. Okay, you're a new baby. We need to get back into our other player. Okay, I've got some stuff. Ghost costume. Rather, I've had some clothes around. We're gonna want at least some tops. We can see if there's any follower stuff going on. Now, probably only my main player can say an order. The baby can't say I follow, so perhaps Jason was hacking up the server spawns to. Oh, you know what? He has the always spawn at certain age for certain accounts, or as all this information. Maybe I could tweak that. What file was that? Am I gonna be a recent one? Recent. That was like that was around the Halloween up. Yeah, almost everything. Older. Or spawn accounts? Ah. Yes. I'm gonna have to look at the code to figure out what that means, though. I know this is probably like player model and equipment. That's probably like his hat and something else. Uh, 0 player model age. Player model and equipment. So I just have to cycle a bunch of accounts. And I guess I could still use that one JSON roar. Oh, okay, you're dead. Well, we had to reset. Probably the shirts are gone if we're checking following. We're wearing them. Not even bones. And then if we do test at test.com, Nope. Test at test.com. Maybe there's a special flag needed for that. Okay, well, I can't use you. You might be able to say words. And then I put it on the baby. Okay. Wrong button. Hello. Woohoo. You're talking. Not that I need the wood pile, but use it on yourself, please. You're the baby. Stop doing that. Okay. Is this disabled on low pop? Or do you have to have a name? Is leadership disabled on low pop? Or was there be a setting for it, right? Uh, named follow phrases. I mean, this stuff looks like it was all around here. Special biomes. Inactive. Baby apocalypse, Eve window, fitness language, long-term special biomes, tool slots. Seems like language is disabled on low pop? Or leadership is disabled? Okay, how about the actual code? Oh, that may have written it. Changes. All right. Follow. You follow phrases. Named follow phrases. Is you follow say. Get closest other player. Named follow set. Myself, no one, nobody. Following update. Color index. Eve. Other to follow. Okay, and what does this result in? Following ID, following update. Child inherits mother's leader. Leaderless mothers get their own children as automatic followers, which we definitely did not see. So maybe the issue is the leader up. This is supposed. Oh, I bet. I put master in there. because it actually uses my local master branch, not normally uses tags, and those are the same way. So it's actually, if the baby is an automatic follower, that might do. Have to wait for it to build. Uh, Unfortunately, at a late start, hmm. So this is using all of his standard slip stuff. What did I do? It's like, is there an easy way to switch that back? Well, I guess I don't need age scaling or slips at that point. Hmm. But this is potentially a mess. Got a separate draw function, which meant we didn't have any like conflicts, but it also means we didn't get any of the updates. Uh, that's all the, okay, so that's the draw home slip, and that's my draw. And all the updates. Uh, I guess really my only problems are, well, this kind of affects temporary and are quite a lot of bells, right? As I understand it. And I killed the server with everybody wearing their shirts again. That's probably all gone. Yep. Oh, did I not save that? That wasn't my usual, or maybe it removed invalid character. Okay. Yes, we have a white mark. We can't see it in the baby, but that means we have a relationship. As a lady, you issued an order. Home leader plus follower. Shh, my lady. Yeah, this is totally using the map stuff. Probably that would have a name if there was a name there. So that seems to be totally temporary marker. Like that stuff would fit into the maps pretty well. I think I removed the thing for drawing a label on. And then there's the non-family babies thing, which is a lot harder to tell. I can only imagine that. Wonder if Jason can rig that by changing the birth age of characters. So it can set up family hierarchies. Uh, so he's got a label. Got. I would want some kind of, possibly the badge code. You have to figure that out. Okay, so if we do this with location slips, we've got some hooks in there to get temporary marker. I think those all show up as temporary markers. Right, because he's doing it by, right, when you read a map, you do it by saying it. That gives you the temporary marker. He's having you say these things, which gives you the pointer. Okay, I was on the baby. Actually, I never even knew white was a color. I'm wondering if that is error? Wait. That was totally wrong. Oh, closest follower. So your pointer seems to be right, and I don't have the live update thing. Your pointers are kinda borked. Okay, that seems somewhat reasonable, maybe. Uh, that dang. The, that's probably as far as from home. Did he forget to translate those coordinates? That would be server. Leader issues an order. Closest follower. This is the follower receiving an order. Leader position minus O birth pause X. Well, birth pause is that translation, I think. Minus R birth pause. All right, so is this an issue with my markers? Probably have this. Oh, birth. Is that? In-player birth pause, extra pause. Incoming client messages are relative to birth pause, except not map poll message. Okay, yeah, so that is the offset. Okay, you are the mother. I'm gonna need to eat soon. Not doing too bad. Okay, your sup arrow seems reasonable. You didn't even get an arrow? Oh, there's a rage limit, isn't there? Ah, and then I entered range. Let's check order propagation. But originator ID. Get player pause like relative? Partial, that's just X server, Y server. Temporary lead arrow back to their temporary sup arrow. F pause. Player pause, close follower. You actually look untranslated, if anything. But that arrow seems right. And issuing orders. So this is based on what it knows. So that could be an else. Guys, dies. And all the kill curse stuff. So the weird thing is that your arrows, I would say, work. In order, I get a temporary lead arrow. Leader position. Earth position. Object. Object. Earth pause. Hmm. Hmm. So one of the big things I'm missing right now is the live update effect. New offspring baby is born. Update home location. If I could do that, it'd be kind of serviceable. It still wouldn't really say who did what. let me see in here. Well, they do use different rules, that's for sure. One does birth, but one does the issue. It seems like Peter messages are pointing perhaps to relative to that player, whereas follower messages weirdly Peter seems to adjust the core follower. I was characters. I mean, that's weird because that's a map string, but and maps shouldn't be absolute coordinate. Curse my baby, leader arrows. When a follower receives an order, a temporary lead arrow that adjusts for the player you're send message to player O. But if that's the absolute position of the leader, and then we're offsetting it by your birth position to get your interpretation of those coordinates. All right. Living life page, update, person, update, home location. One of these has to be an escapism meta character. Update person home, update person home, update person home, update person home, update person home. Okay, so these seem to be the things that survived. Also, there's just general code section. Temp home location. Temp home. Oh, there was also special cases for expiration. Like add temp, no expiry for now until we do the map. Oh, that's temp home location. Okay, so that's, oh, and then if it's a person, then we set all this stuff. Oh, that means those do have no expiration. That simply doesn't. Ooh. This is just confusing because much stuff changed in so many patches. It's not easy to go through here and pull out everything that changed because as these things changed, they morphed. I'm pretty sure he's only got the one home marker. It's treated as a map. But there are other. There's the person key, which I guess we've already got. Uh, follower, follow pause, person key, not baby, not leader. Leader, leader, person key, baby. We've actually got the information. Are unmarked off screen. Add temp locations. That's slip. So I might just have to do, well, oh, that means that's a different temp. That's just a flag. Home pause. Temporary is a map. Temp person means it's a temporary person marker. Yeah, so I think that if I publish, thankfully this is low enough on the stack. And if we pop this, and how does export work? That just changes series to pop those two. All right, so if we need to update, and since I wasn't really able to do any feature updates this time, I might actually just want to run last known good until that happens, so I get the location slips. But we would want to run that. And then if that publishes, I need to commit tag and push that so I can publish a release. Okay, so we're gonna have standard maps, which is really only going to be an issue with all the bells. And I still want to that. But we're just out of time. We got a late start. All right, so this will that will be easier. That's a fix up. That's a fix up. That's fine. So we have to fix location slips. This should be easy now. Think. Well, it showed offspring. I don't know if that's the same as what fam. There's no server changes for it. There's just is genetic family, which is really all we need. I mean, I had a relation distance, but for that thing, it's just. And I need some way to draw the mark, and I could maybe even get rid of the text. Help updates. Well, I mean, that could go. That would actually be kind of part of that. Got a new place to put that. All right, I do need to eat lunch. And then come back and play the game as well as we can. Probably with an update in the middle of it, but that's for later. Meanwhile, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who hosted me. What do we got? About when I'm usually on. And yeah, I'll be back in a little bit to actually play some more. Bye.